this, though, Prince Harry and the King may be moving towards a royal reconciliation after senior aides from both sides were pictured holding private talks at the weekend. The meeting is said to be the first serious step in years towards resolving the family rift. So do we think it'll happen? Do we want it to happen? There's a little applause from you already, Judi. Jean, interestingly, they say this private meeting, however, there were pictures of them on a balcony. So yes. I'm intrigued by just how private that is.
Yeah, well, it's not, is it? I mean, if you're going to have a private meeting that you don't want anyone to know about, you don't go and say, oh, let's go and sit on the balcony overlooking a public park, Green Park. So, and then after about 10 minutes, they went back inside. Now, they might say, well, we went back inside because we saw the photographer, which clearly they have done. But, yeah, so either they don't realise that there are photographers in public places or I don't know what was going on. But Tobin Andre, the one on the left, is King Charles's representative and the other two work with the Sussexes. So, obviously, it's a fair assumption to make that there was some sort of conversation about maybe going forward in terms of reconciliation. What I find interesting is that there wasn't anybody there that represents Prince William. And I actually think that the main rift is between Harry and his brother. And I think, you know, all the sources in the palace say that William remains furious with his brother for putting all of the family secrets out there into a book. And if you also remember that time when William broke with protocol the day after the Oprah Winfrey interview to say, we are very much not a racist family, and you could see the fury. And I don't know, I think to get those two back together again would be a much bigger deal. But maybe, you know, King Charles
These are the baby steps.
And also he has cancer. Which, you know, probably makes you reevaluate your life and whatever. So maybe there's something there. But I still think William and Harry will remain a big issue.
Yeah, it is an issue. You look thrilled there at the possibility.
Do you know what?
This might happen.
If put aside that they are royals, they are people, they are family, we all have different family dynamics. I personally, and maybe a lot of people would want them to reconciliate. I would love them to be able to have that conversation and get back into, you know, maybe it won't be the same as how it was before, but something. You know, life is short. You can have so many regrets. We can't take away all the stuff that has happened regarding him and Meghan. And, you know, he was being a husband, trying to protect his wife. Some will agree with his decisions and some won't. But let us sit outside of it and actually just think about they're a family. Like, as Jane said, you know, our king, he's got cancer. There's been so much different health issues within the family. And strangely, the other day I was with my son and we saw a guy that looked like Prince Harry. And my son was like, oh, my God, it looks like Prince Harry. You could take a picture and put it on TikTok. And I was like, no, son, it wasn't him. But the fact that a young teenager knows who Prince Harry was and we was talking about it, it made me think, like, it was so nice if Harry was back here, because I feel like his generation, he could help within London. London, there's a lot of things that we need, and maybe his representation here, him having his background and the things that his voice would make an impact in London. I just personally want to see them have a conversation and move forward from all that's happened, because the reality is it's his dad and that's his brother. So that's what I would personally want.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but actually, you know, when I had the fallout with my sisters years ago, and we didn't speak for like 4 years, and actually people going, oh, but your family. At that point, when you're all a bit angry at each other and you're all a bit, well, I'm not giving in, well, I'm not saying sorry because I didn't do anything wrong, all of that. It used to annoy me, people going, yeah, but your family. And I used to go, yeah, but if they were my friends, I wouldn't talk to them right now. And it's only when something happens, like something that really wakes you up. So with us, it was obviously Bernie passing away. And that woke us up to go, oh, like you said, life's too short. And, yeah, I would love to see them get back together, because at some point they're going to have a wake-up call where life is too short. And ultimately, whatever you've done, the only good thing about family is that even through all of that, I still loved them. I didn't want anything bad to happen.
But would you, I'm not sure about your sisters, but if your sibling had done this book, putting very sort of, like, detail in about arguments you'd had that would never have come out otherwise, would you ever trust them again, even if you reconciled? I think you'd always be there thinking, is this going to end up?
Everyone has a right to tell their story. And I think for Harry, he's felt suppressed by all of that his whole life.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot being written about him at the time and a lot being said. And for him, he thought, right, I'm going to put my side out because I'm sick of always having to be quiet.
Yeah.
And that's his story. And I think everyone should be entitled to tell their story and their side of it.
He might feel like his trust has been broken in something else that we don't know about, but we can clearly see something has been broken. And I you know, no matter what side you're on, I think it would be great if they can have a conversation and move forward, especially the brothers. You know, we watched these two young boys walk down in front of their mum's casket. It's time that they have a conversation.
Which is why I find it so
being sick, and
which is why I find it so astonishing that he dished the dirt on his brother.
Yeah, it's a complicated one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Harry, when you're back, Prince Harry, come on Loose Women, let's have a conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Son wants to do a TikTok with her.
When you come back now.
In one of the articles today, it did say, a source has said, there is a long road ahead, but a channel of communication is now open for the first time in years. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who knows what might lie ahead.